Since we've covered just about everybody else, let's cover the main character of the entire Devil May Cry series, Dante. You see, Dante's childhood was much like any other, loving mother, loving father, fighting with your brother, the usual basically, until one night demons attacked their house and burned it down. This is also where Dante starts to believe that Virgil isn't alive because, his mother went looking for Virgil and never came back. As he grew up, he knew that he needed money, so he decided to change his name to Tony Redgrave and pick up jobs as a mercenary. He then meets a guy named Gru and they actually become pretty good friends. Gru and Dante then join a place called Bobby's Cellar, and that's where Dante meets Nell Goldstein, Enzo, and Morrison in the future. But all good things must come to an end, especially in Devil May Cry. So a dude named Gilver shows up, beats Dante. Dante is like, okay, you know what, let's go for round two, but not fighting and drinking. And then, Dante won that and they were pretty chill until Dante came back from a mission and all hell broke loose. Demons flooded in on Bobby's cellar and Dante had to find Nell because honestly, Dante couldn't go through losing another mother figure again. But you see, it was too late. When Dante found Nell, she was already near death's door. Hugging Nell and not wanting to let her go, Nell ends up giving Dante her masterpieces, Ebony and Ivory. Then she passes away, which prompts Dante to fight Gilver, who was the person who started all of this. And Dante wins. He kind of gets shot in the heart, but then he shoots Gilver in the face lethally, unwrapping the bandages and finding out that he killed someone that looks like his brother Virgil, which then got retconned in the future to Virgil still being alive as Nello Angelo, but we'll get to that. After beating Gilver, Dante decides that he doesn't want to run away from the past anymore and is going to confront it head on. Then he picks up the name Dante again and decides to start up a business. This would later be turned into Devil May Cry, but he hasn't thought of a name yet. This is when Dante meets Arkham in his shop, telling him that his brother Virgil is waiting for him at the top of the tower. Dante says, "What tower?" And then he sees the Tower of Temene spawn out of nowhere. He then decides, you know what, I'm going to take Virgil up on his offer, and then goes to the Tower of Temene, fighting demons along the way. But he sees that the entrance is blocked by a giant Cerberus, so he decides to beat the Cerberus and turn it into nunchucks. Lady then appears to blast a hole through the wall and work her way up the tower as well. Dante then works his way up the tower, defeating demons and eventually Agni and Rudra as well, turning them into weapons. He works his way up to the top and finally confronts Virgil. Then the Sons of Sparta fight. Dante ends up losing to Virgil, and just to confirm it, Virgil makes sure to stab him through the heart with his own sword. But that was not the end of Dante's journey. Sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger, but we'll continue this tomorrow. Hope this was helpful about teaching you about Dante's past. And yeah, no, that's really about it. So yeah.